How's it going, everybody? Just figured I'd jump on here for a little bit and just a quick chat with you guys. Let me get my tripod here. Testing out just hours to go live vertical. So, like I said, I'll be on here for just a little bit. And yeah, just kind of hang out and talk. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? All right. Yeah, I just wanted to get kind of just a rough idea of like the times to go live, throughout the week. So, Raven's Shadow, thank you. I really appreciate that. Um, so I'm just trying to figure out the time. Um, Raven Shadow, can I do a giveaway? Yeah, I'll definitely be doing giveaways on these lives, and when I'm jumping on here, like I said, I'm starting to try to get more of a routine going. But once I get that routine going, yeah, I'll definitely be doing lives and giveaways. The cool thing is, like, I get a lot of kind of like sponsorship posts, and a lot of times they'll send me free stuff. So I'm happy to kind of give that away to all my followers. Whoever's kind of just jumping on and watching. Um, I just got tickets for Rebel Scum. We go in this year. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm definitely gonna try to make it to RebelCon this year. The lineup is pretty cool. I was there last year, and yeah, it was super fun. So hopefully I'll make it this year. I was really trying to go to MegaCon this year, but just couldn't make it. Raven's Shadow, yeah, no problem, man. Um, but yeah, so this year I'll be going to, I think WonderCon is the next one, and then Star Wars Celebration. When I come back from Star Wars Celebration, I think the next one would be San Diego Comic Con. After San Diego, I want to say I think Rebel Scum Con is it right, like in August or something like that. So yeah, I'll be going to that, and then what else? I think that's it for now that I have scheduled. Um, Carlos, what's up, man? Thank you, I appreciate that. So yeah, so if you guys want to see anything up close or have any questions or anything, like I said, I'm just here to kind of chat for a little bit. Um, and like I said, I'm gonna try to go live, and I'm trying to go live vertical. So I know a lot of people watch on their computer screens and stuff, and I know it's probably not the most convenient format. But I am really trying to focus on verticals, just because I don't know if you guys follow me on TikTok, but when I was on TikTok, I was going live quite a bit like this, and it just easier because I could do it just really quick on my phone. So, I wanted to see how it works out over here on YouTube, show you guys the collection and just chat, just, hang out with you guys for a little bit. So, yeah, if there's any questions or anything you guys want to ask, let me know. If you want to see anything up close, let me know. There are some new prop replicas that are coming hopefully this week from EFX Collectibles. They just started shipping out the Obi-Wan Kenobi saber, the autograph version, the signature edition with Ewan McGregor's autograph. So I'm really looking forward to getting that. That should be coming in this week. So I'll definitely do an unboxing. I'll do a video. I'll post it here. And then they're also going to be shipping out the snow speeders. And the snow speeders are also going to be signature edition or regular edition. I believe I'm getting the signature edition. So I'll also do an unboxing and a review of that. And, just kind of show you guys the latest and greatest stuff. Um, I'm looking forward to Celebration, Star Wars Celebration. I've been planning that out, and that's kind of what I've been doing, these last couple months. Just really planning out the trip to Japan, and yeah, I'm excited. I know Hot Toys is going to be there, and I've been in touch with their their advertisement rep. So cool. Maybe I might be able to give you guys a little exclusive look at some of their new stuff. And I know my collection is not really focused on Hot Toys, but I know a lot of you guys do collect Hot Toys. So I'd love to show you guys, some of their newer stuff, and just kind of show you guys around Japan and Star Wars Celebration. Obviously bring you guys along. Um, hopefully I get into some of the panels, and yeah, go from there, man. Uh, Demo of looks great on YouTube. Perfect. And I mean, and again, that's what I'm trying to figure out. If it looks good, vertical. If you guys are enjoying these types of lives. If anything, if it doesn't work out like that, I'll start doing it vertical and start going live. But I am going to start going live a lot more on here. Just like I said, just to chat. Rebel Scum Con will be my first Star Wars con. Any pointers? Yeah, try to stay at the hotel that the convention is at. I know last year the convention was actually in the lobby of the hotel, like they had some rooms. So if that's an option, which I think it is, like I think they have a hotel kind of attached to the convention center, definitely stay there because the funnest part about Rebel Scum Con was kind of hanging out with everybody, right? Yeah, they have like a lot of cool guests and autographs and vendors and stuff. But the funnest thing was just hanging out with other Star Wars fans and just hanging out. So yeah, I would say if you can book a hotel either attached to the convention or really close because that's kind of where the fun happens at the lobby. So um, Pop the Bounty. Yeah, awesome, man. Yeah, I can't wait to see everyone at Star Wars Celebration. I love celebrations just because it's like a big family reunion, right? Kind of just seeing everybody. So I'm always excited for those cons. So I'm kind of wondering how people are going to dress up because obviously with conventions a lot of people go and they do cosplay, but this time in Japan I don't know how many people are actually going to bring their costumes, like at least full on costumes. I'm sure there will be, but I'm kind of curious to see who does that. Hey Sean, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Um, yeah, I'm just jumping on here and just to chat for a little bit, testing out kind of the vertical lives on over here on YouTube. Like I said, I was doing them a lot on TikTok, and I figured, just switch over because you just never know with TikTok right now. It's like, you know, we don't know if it's the band's gonna continue. We just don't know what's gonna happen. So I figured, get comfortable doing them over here and just hanging out and just chatting, answering any questions, and just seeing our friends. And that's kind of the cool thing about going live here on YouTube versus over at TikTok is that on TikTok, yeah, I have a lot of followers, but they're not necessarily collectors and they're not necessarily into this stuff. So I think when I start talking about them, they don't really appreciate a lot of the stuff. And even the questions that I get over there definitely don't, you know, they don't hit on the topics that I want to talk to that I'm passionate about. So yeah, but yeah, man, great to see you in here, Sean. All right, what else? Do you guys want to see anything up close? I don't know if I've gotten anything new in the last month or so. Like I said, the EFX collectible stuff is coming this week. So I'll be doing some reviews on that stuff. And yeah, Carlos, what's your opinion on Skeleton Crew? I actually loved it. I was all for it. Part because my kids really enjoyed it, and we got to watch it together, and enjoy Skeleton Crew, kind of as a family. So that was really cool for me, and just hanging out with my family and watching it. I thought it was really well written. It was fun. It was, kind of what Star Wars is supposed to be, right? I know there's a lot of complaints out there that are like, oh, it was for kids and this and that, but I mean, in reality, all Star Wars, right, is there's an age demographic that they're really focused on. So I loved it. I really enjoyed it. So Rob's Pop Review, what's up, man? How you doing? Um, so yeah, can we see the Boba Fett's jetpack? Yeah, absolutely, man. Come on, let's go. Let's go check it out. Give me a second here. I'll flip it. What's your first expensive collectible? I don't have it in here anymore, but it was a Master Replica's Stormtrooper helmet like that. And it wasn't even that expensive. It was like maybe like $100 and something. But that was my first kind of introduction into the world of life size prop replicas. All right, so you wanted to see the Boba Fett jetpack. So this is a custom piece that I had commissioned, and I had them paint it kind of like the special edition jetpack from Return of the Jedi. And the big difference is all the extra scratches, right? So I don't know if you guys know, but when they released the special editions, like in the mid '90s, they went back into the archives and they started looking for the props from Return of the Jedi, so they can like add like the Jabba scene, and one of them was this jetpack. And like I said, by the time they found it, it had a bunch of extra scratches and it was just kind of beat up a little bit more. So I wanted to kind of focus on that just because I wanted it to look, just kind of beat up, right? Like as it's supposed to be. So, but yeah, this thing's really cool. It does light up. So if there's a switch in the back, so this little the honing beacon lights up, and that's about it. That's the only thing that lights up on this thing. But yeah, no, it's really nice. Um, it's definitely one of those centerpieces in my collection. So I really like it. Chris, thank you, man. Yeah. And then for all you guys, I haven't really announced it yet, but I got the okay from my wife to expand the collection room. And so I'm gonna be adding so this wall right now, it's about it's honestly not that big. It's probably about I want to say maybe like 12 feet across. So now I'm going to have 20 feet across. So I'm going to have another 3 rows this way, and then I think 1 row this way. So a lot of the helmets that are like on the floor, for example, over here that I had to remove, plus I have a bunch in boxes, are finally going to get displayed. I'll probably put some busts in there as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm working on that. It's probably going to take me a few months. Um, and yeah, we'll see what to do. Do you collect any Lego Star Wars? If so, how do you display them? I don't collect any Lego Star Wars. I do have some that I was gifted by Disney and Lucasfilm because they invited me to the Star Wars Lego premiere. And part of the PR package, they gave me like the Dark Falcon and a couple other smaller Legos. But I think they're really cool. I focus on Star Wars replicas, right? Like on kind of like the props that were used in the film. So I really don't have space for them. So if I did do them, I'd probably just build it and probably put it in my kids' room or let my kids kind of be in charge of those. Favorite collectible, if you could only keep one. That's a great question because so I'm in Southern California, and obviously you guys have heard, there's those LA fires. So if I was gonna just grab one, if the house was on fire and I had to pick up one, it'd probably be the Regal Robot Rancor. And the Regal Robot Rancor is really cool because they actually digitally scanned the puppet that's in the Lucasfilm archives, and they made 83 of them just as a tribute to Return of the Jedi. And this one's number 8, and it's probably my favorite piece. I mean, it really is just such a cool, unique piece. And so yeah, so my favorite would probably be this one. And that's probably the one that I would grab if I had to just keep one, right? Yeah, it's really cool. And like I said, it's life size. It's a scan of the puppet that's in the Lucasfilm archives. So, lightning strikes. How many lightsabers do you have? You know what? I actually don't have that many lightsabers. So I could kind of go through them right now. So I have the Ahsoka saber right there, and that's the director's edition by EFX Collectibles, and it came with Dave Filoni's autograph. Later at a con, I got Ashley Eckstein's autograph there just to kind of add to it. So there's that. I have the Dark Ray lightsaber from EFX Collectibles. Really, it's a really nice one. I know, Last Jedi gets a lot of hate, but I really like that design. And then I have the 3 Luke sabers. So, from A New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. And then That one's autographed by Mark Hamill, and it's the Master Replicas versions of them. Up above, I have my little tripod here. I have the EFX Collectibles Luke Saber up here. And that one, interestingly enough, they just re-released it, but as a signature edition with Mark Hamill's autograph. So I can't wait to get that. I'll probably swap that out. I might even give that away. I might do like a live giveaway on that one. So keep an eye out. So whenever you see me going live, definitely chime in. Up above, I have Obi-Wan Saber, and that one has an autograph plaque signed by Alec Guinness, and it's just a cutout. So I ended up just getting an autograph and cutting it out. And as you can see there, and it's beautiful. And then at the very top is Yoda's lightsaber. Over on this side, let me see, I can't really get through because there's stuff on the floor, but I have Palpatine's lightsaber, and that's Master Replicas. Count Dooku's lightsaber, which actually has Christopher Lee's autograph on there, which is really cool. It's a signature edition. Got the EFX Collectibles reveal. So it's that one that opens up. And that's from one of those kind of deleted scenes from Return of the Jedi. Of the three Vader sabers from A New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. The A New Hope one is autographed by James Earl Jones and David Prowse, and those are all master replicas. Probably the most kind of unique one that I have is the Prop Shop Kylo Ren lightsaber, and that one's unique because they actually lost the license early on, so only a few of these went out to collectors. So that one's pretty unique. Down there, I have the EFX Collectibles Ahsoka sabers, and it's autographed by Rosario Dawson. And then down on the very bottom is the dark saber, and both of it's technically it's one lightsaber, but I have the plaques for both signature editions, which was Katie Sackhoff and Giancarlo Esposito. Movie collectibles, the Luke reveal. Yeah, that's probably my favorite saber. It's such a cool saber. But yeah, there's that. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to see anything else. I'll show you guys some cool stuff. This is what I've been kind of focusing on the last few months. So it's kind of the original run of the vintage Kenner figures. So I completed that. I just need a few weapons, and then I'm gonna seal it up. But yeah. What would you say is the rarest piece or the piece that's hardest for you to obtain? Um, the rarest piece is probably gonna be, let me see, probably say that the Dagobah slug. And the Dagobah slug's actually from the Disney parks. And they have them in Oga's Cantina. Um, so yeah, there's two in Anaheim, two in Florida, and then there's this one. So that's probably the most kind of unique or harder to find. A lot of these are limited edition, so as they sell out, they're super hard to get. So for example, like the chess set from Regal Robot, that one's pretty hard to get now, and it goes for quite a bit of money. And I kind of have them all spread out there. What do you use to hang the acrylic lightsaber display boxes on your wall? Okay, so you like this section, like this whole section. Um, this whole section is made up of several bestas, but they're the thinner, smaller bestas. I think it's I want to say 7-inch wide, so it barely fits the lightsaber. Um, and then so that's what these little blocks are right there. So is this one, but it's just the shorter besta. So Imperial Guard helmet. Yeah, I got the Anovo's Imperial Guard helmet there. And yeah, that's a beautiful helmet. And it has lineage to one of the originals. And yeah, it's just a really cool helmet. Clone Wars collectors. Yeah, where'd you get your R2? Yeah, movie collectibles. Thank you. Yeah, I did build my R2. I'm part of the Builders Club. And here it is. I'm still doing a lot of upgrades to it. I mean, even though I've had it now for well over 10 years, I still need to upgrade a couple things, like because some of the stuff I was kind of impatient and I just put resin parts. but eventually I want to convert them into like aluminum parts. So, but yeah, I built it myself and it works. It turns on. It's RC. I just never have the battery charged on here just because I don't want to have it charged, you know? Cloners, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Lightning Strikes. How often do you give away your collectibles? Um, I mean, I rarely give away like my collection, but sometimes I'll get, promotional items from companies that I'm doing like, just videos for, like paid promotions, and usually I'll give away all those. So, I one of my nephews is probably the luckiest one because he usually gets everything once I'm done. My kids also, I mean, they like Star Wars, but they're not the biggest fans. They're little girls, so they're more interested in like the baby Yodas and the little cutesy stuff. But um, but yeah, how often do I give them away? Not very often, but I do giveaways when I hit certain milestones. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I also give away stuff on Instagram. So obviously, if you're following here, you should also follow on Instagram because I do a lot of giveaways over there as well. Ados, hey man, I just bought Stormtrooper helmet and I'm waiting for the mask. Nice. Cool. What kind of Stormtrooper helmet did you get? Do you know the brand? How do you take care of the cleaning? And how long have I been collecting? The cleaning, honestly, because they're behind the glass cases, I don't really have to worry about dust. Plus, this room is pretty controlled, and everything is pretty much behind acrylics, so I don't really have to worry about that all too much. A lot of this stuff right here, like I said, I have them here. As you can see, there's zero dust, so it's very minimal. So it's rare that I have to like sit here and dust everything. I think where the biggest buildup of dust is like on top of these shelves. But like even that, it's like, you could see a little bit of dust, but I have a little duster here. Like, let me grab it. Yeah, I have like a little duster, and then I just like it has like a telescope, a little handle. So then I just, get the dust off really quick. Um, but yeah, I don't really have to worry about that all too much. And then how long have I been collecting? I started collecting the mass replica stuff around 2005. So it's been about 20 years now. So yeah. Bryce, Mandalorian helmets. Yeah, I got some Mandalorian helmets. I have Din's helmet right there, and that's the EFX Collectibles Season 1. I have Bo Katan's, that's also EFX, and the Armor, which is also EFX. And the cool thing about them is that they have access to the Lucasfilm archives. So they're able to go and either use the original molds or digitally scan the original helmets. So they all have kind of some lineage. Jango Fett, that's the new Novos. That was digitally scanned from one of the original ones. Yeah, Boba Fett, obviously up there. And I think that's it. I have another Boba Fett casting of the Empire Strikes Back helmet. What's the rarest thing you own? I found you for the first time. So, I appreciate that, Spectra Menace. Yeah, I mean, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna try to go live quite a bit over here on YouTube. So, yeah, keep an eye out. And I'm always showing all the latest, licensed prop replicas that are coming out. So, yeah, like I said, keep an eye out. And, anytime something new comes out, I'll let you guys know and give you guys a heads up. Do I have any Anakin Skywalker things? You know what? I actually don't. I went live a couple days ago and somebody asked me that, and I was like, well, actually, I don't. I don't have anything Anakin. I mean, obviously the lightsabers, like Luke's lightsabers, are technically Anakin's, and then obviously Darth Vader's are technically Anakin's, but nothing from like the prequels. So hopefully EFX Collectibles starts coming out with some of them. I'm sure they will. So get some of those once they start releasing them. Do own things from episode 1. Honestly, the only thing that I have is like this skull right here from episode 1. I mean, there's a couple things, I guess. Like I like baby Anakin gives Padme this, right? The necklace. Um, let's see, some of the lightsabers. I mean, not really. They're all from episode two. Yeah, I guess I really don't have anything from episode one. You didn't show me the rarest item. I showed it a little bit back, which is probably that Dagobah slug down there. Uh, and those are from the Disney parks. And yeah, there's two in Anaheim, two in Florida, and then that one. So that's probably kind of the rarest one. Sarah, thank you. I appreciate that. My favorite item. So I did show my favorite item already, which was the Rancor that's back here. And that's Regal Robot. And that was digitally scanned from the original puppet. That's probably my favorite item. And it's down here. It's normally like front and center over there. But recently we had some earthquake scares, and the hand is just it's just a magnet. So I was kind of nervous that it was just gonna drop. So I put it down here for a little bit. Do you have any Darth Maul lightsabers, Darth Maul stuff? I don't, but Lucasfilm recently sent me the newest PCS 1/3 scale Darth Maul statue for me to review, but it was their prototype. So I had to send it back to Lucasfilm. But if you go into my videos, you're able to check it out and see that. Do I have any hot stuff? Yeah, I mean, like the AT-AT, and this has like the Hoth, kind of diorama here. This was made by Master Replicas, and it's the signature edition by Phil Tippett. And then I'd also have the limited edition, which is also Master Replicas, and as you can see, it doesn't have the snow base. And then the snow speeder is from Hoth. Um, Obviously the Wampa, and that's the Wampa is also from Regal Robot, and they digitally scanned the puppet that's in the archives. I have K3PO, that's from Hoth. What else from Hoth? I have the concept maquettes for the Tauntaun here, also by Regal Robot, also digitally scanned. Actually, I want to say that this guy was actually pulled from the original mold. I don't think they digitally scanned that one. I can't see what you add in the future. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I'm expanding the collection room, so I'm kind of excited, but also terrified because I'm gonna have to move all this stuff into the new section. So, oh man, that's gonna be a nightmare to move all this. So, any BD droids? Been playing Jedi Survivor? No, I don't have it. Lightning Strike, do I have Solo's gun? I do. I have the Empire Strikes Back blaster right here by Master Replicas. And I also have the A New Hope one right there, both by Master Replicas. What do you do? You use to light up your displays? A lot of them where you see the puck lights, they're actually kitchen puck lights. And you could just Google like or go on Amazon and just type in kitchen puck lights, and that's what I use for the downlighting. Do I have an ATTE? No, I don't have that. I actually don't know what the ATTE is. Um, Sounds like you build a good relationship with Lucasfilm. How's it working with Lucasfilm first time? It's like a dream come true. Yeah, I mean, because I focus on licensed prop replicas, obviously I caught the eye of the Lucasfilm rep that's in charge of the licensing. And since then we became friends, and he's the one who connects me with all these brands, which I'm very grateful for. He recently connected me with like PCS collectibles, and actually Hot Toys. He connected me with Hot Toys, Gentle Giant. So yeah, it definitely has been a dream come true. I've gotten to visit Lucasfilm a couple times. I got to go to Skywalker Ranch. So it's definitely a dream come true. You're expanding your collection. Yeah. I'm gonna this year. I'm gonna be doing it probably in the next few months. I'm just gonna be working on that. I have to clear out the space where the collection's gonna go. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing it. How much do you think you spent on all of it? Oof, that's hard because I've been collecting it for about 20 years. So honestly, I couldn't even tell you. Um, yeah, honestly, it's I mean, probably not as much as you think because I would get them when they were retail price, not at like eBay prices. So a lot of the lightsabers, they're a few $100s, as opposed to now you try to get them and they're a few $1,000s, right? So where'd you get the stormtrooper helmets? Are they wearable? Yeah, all the helmets are wearable because they're technically prop replicas of the helmets. Um, that one's EFX collectibles. That one's master replicas, and then a Novos. And a lot of them are Novos. Like those two are Novos. Those two are Novos. That one's a Novos. EFX collectibles, a Novos. So yeah, they kind of bunch of different ones. And yeah, you absolutely can wear all of them. Do you have a schedule when you're going live? So yeah, Anakin Skywalker. Great question. So yeah, that's exactly what I've been trying to kind of figure out. It's definitely going to be around this time that I'll be going live. I'm just trying to figure out the dates. I'm definitely going to try to go live at least one day of the weekend and probably a few times during the week. I am really trying to get on a schedule to go live over here, just because that's what I would do on TikTok. On TikTok, I would go live a lot, and it was just one of those things that I really enjoyed, just hanging out and answering questions and chatting. So I figured I would try the vertical lives here and just kind of see um, how they work out. You need a bigger room. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on expanding. So keep an eye out. Where are the cabinets from? How big are they? So these are IKEA Bestas, or deep, and I want to say 23 by 24. I want to say it's yeah. So it's about 2 feet across and side, and then about 16 inches deep. And the reason you need to get that if you're collecting helmets is because certain helmets, like for example this one, I mean it's like right up to the glass. So some of them are really thick, and that's why like the Vader helmet is tilted sideways because it won't fit facing forward because it's so deep. Same thing with the TIE fighter. It won't fit just straight. Same thing with the Imperial gunner. Just scrolled on this and bro, everything's sick. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, if you're not following me on here, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'm gonna be going live more often. And again, I usually will show you all the latest licensed prop replicas that are coming out. I usually get them a little bit earlier than most people, so I'm able to give you a little sneak peek at them. And then of course I'll give you a heads up when they're available for pre-order. That way you don't miss out and pay crazy eBay prices, right? Where'd I get the Scout Trooper with the bike? So that's actually Sideshow Collectibles. That's the premium format. I think it came out, I want to say 2007, 2008, something like that. But yeah, it's pretty big. That's also another reason like I need a bigger room because that thing probably is, I want to say maybe like, I don't know, 28 inches across. From this angle, it doesn't, you can't really notice, but it's a huge freaking piece. What is something that you want but don't have? I mean, I guess studio skill stuff. You know, the problem is I don't have room for a lot of this stuff. So I would love to have an Imperial shuttle. That's coming in probably next week. But it's a kit, so I'm gonna put it together and kind of build it. But yeah, that thing is massive. And then probably an ATST, which is also coming out soon. I do have one there, but I'm not really happy with that one. But EFX Collectibles is coming out with one soon. So what's your favorite lightsaber that you have or want? Ooh, that's a good question. Probably my favorite one is the reveal Luke saber over there. This one. And one that I would want. I mean, I've been putting off a Darth Maul lightsaber for a long time. I'd probably say it's about time I get a Darth Maul saber. Again, the reason why I hesitate to get that is because it's super long. So it's probably what, like 30 inches across, I want to say. So it wouldn't even fit on like one of these larger shelves. So it's probably as big as Boba Fett's blaster up there. So I would need to create a space for it. Um, but I'm very like symmetrical. Like I like to have things kind of, just equally spaced. So I think Darth Maul lightsaber would be hard for me to display there. So what's your grail item that you hope someday you'll get? Ooh, that's a great question. You know what? I already got it. I just recently got it. And it's so I'm obsessed with like just like Lucasfilm and the archives and stuff like that. And let me show you. You're gonna see my wife real quick. Sorry. Down there, that's probably like my grail piece right there, that Yoda statue. And it's a replica of the one that's outside of Lucasfilm and the fountain. So, do you have Ahsoka Tano's lightsaber? Yeah, I have both of them. I have the Clone Wars version, but it's a single version, and that one was made by EFX Collectibles, and it's the director's edition that's autographed by Dave Filoni. And then I also have the Katana version, technically from like the series, and that one's autographed by Rosario Dawson, and it's also by EFX Collectibles. So yeah, so I have both of them. Yeah, Ahsoka's one of my favorite characters. She's just like, I don't know. I just really, really liked her character in Clone Wars. So I started getting stuff. I also have her Padawan beads. My buddy Ryan handmade these. Each one, they're all metallic, autographed by Ashley Eckstein. And yeah, that thing is beautiful. Do I collect non-Star Wars items? Chris, I do. I actually have another small collection room with like Marvel props, Back to the Future props. Here on the bookshelf that like leads into it, you could see I have like some Indiana Jones props. So that's Indiana Jones, some more Indiana Jones stuff. So yeah, so I collect, I have some screen use stuff. So like that painting right there is screen use from Hunger Games. Um, yeah, I definitely collect other franchises. Filmfire Studios, do you have a Death Star? I don't have a Death Star. I have a little piece of the Death Star right here. And then a little piece from Andor that's technically the Death Star, right? Because they're building it. But that's about it. I don't really have anything else Death Star related that I could think of. I know the base on the icons was made by using some of the little panels, but Lego Master Spare lightsaber. You know what? I might later. That Luke saber up there from Mando. I'm likely gonna get the signature edition. So when that comes in, I'll probably give away the limited edition. So, so keep an eye out. Yeah, subscribe, and like I said, I'll be giving it away either here on YouTube, more than likely here on YouTube, but I'll probably announce it also on Instagram. So if you're not following me over there, also go check that out. But cool. Any other questions that you guys have? Like I said, I'm just gonna be on here for an hour, so probably another like 20 minutes, just kind of just chatting. Lego Master, Goji. Do you have a Grail Lego set? Um, I own the black, or not the Black Falcon, the Dark Falcon. From the new movie. I just never put it together. It's still in its box, but I like the AT-AT Legos set just because it really mirrors the same size as the studio scales like these, and then obviously the Falcon, the 32-inch one, which I don't know I don't remember what it's called with the Lego set, but there's one that's like 32 inches that's like that size. That's probably would be my grail. Do you ever wear any of the props around the house? No, I don't wear them. Which is funny because like a lot of my friends cosplay, and I mean, I'm all about, just the accuracy, and I want them to be like super accurate. So I don't know. I think I'm a little too picky when it comes to that. Um, but I wouldn't mind. If I did cosplay, I'd probably either do a Boba Fett or just a classic Stormtrooper. So, Eric, can you get close in on the jetpack? Sure. Um, Here's the jetpack. And this is Boba Fett's jetpack from Return of the Jedi. But it's painted like the special edition version, which is just a little more scratched up than the normal one. But yeah, and it was all painted with original flow quills. So that's the type of paint that the ILM team used for making the props. I love the jetpack. I have it displayed. That's gonna be my goal this year. Awesome, man. Yeah, and honestly, you know how I display it? Let me see if I could show you. No, you can't really see it. It's actually a guitar hanger on the back that I screwed in the back, and it just sits on there. But yeah, it's actually a guitar hanger. Back to Vader, please. Yeah, no problem. What do you want to see, Vader? You want to see the Legacy Edition over there, that Vader? So that comes from the Rick Baker molds, and EFX Collectibles made this a while back. Let's see if I can. And what's really cool about it is that they try to keep it as faithful to the original prop. So as you could see, it's not all black, right? It's like black and then that gunmetal silver. The tusk is all like messed up, just like the original. It has the famous sea scar. I don't know. Yeah, there you can see it right there. So again, they tried to. I mean, it's still idealized a little bit, but they try to keep it as original to the prop as possible. And it's autographed by Brian Muir, who was yeah the sculptor of it. So, um, so is that the original mold? So the original mold, kind of yes. So basically, what happens is when they made the helmet for A New Hope, um, Rick Baker made a mold of the helmet, right? Just kind of like as a backup, and it kind of got lost. Nobody knew where it went, and then eventually they lost the A New Hope helmets. So there was no original A New Hope helmets, even in the archives. They didn't have them. So what ended up happening is that they eventually found the Rick Baker mold, and then yeah, they made a helmet from that, and then that comes from that helmet. So that's where the lineage comes from on that piece. Who's your favorite Star Wars character from each trilogy? Ooh, I like that question. I'd say from the prequels, my favorite character. Ooh, I mean, I guess it'd be the Palpatine. It'd be the Emperor. Um, and then from the original trilogy is Tarkin. So as you can see, Tarkin up here, and then I guess from the sequels. Ooh, the sequels. That's a tough one. Um, oh, that's a real tough one. I don't really, I don't really know. I don't really have a favorite character from the sequels. Like not including the original cast, right? I guess you're assuming or you're asking that. Um, oh, geez, that's a really hard question. Let me get back to you. Let me think about that. I do like Ray. I do. I mean, Ray. She's. I know that people kind of hate on some of the sequel characters, but yeah, Ray was a good character. I think Daisy Ridley did a great job playing that character, and yeah, I guess if I had to pick, it'd probably be Ray. BB-8, yeah, maybe BB-8. I guess you're right. Yeah, BB-8's cool too. Um, yeah, I'd probably be between BB-8 and Ray. Do you have a favorite Empire helmet? Favorite Empire helmet design in the Empire? Do you mean like Empire Strikes Back or just in general? Because if you could tell here, these are all Imperial helmets. So this whole wall right here are Imperial helmets. My favorite design is probably the Scout Trooper. Just as a kid, that was always my favorite. So I'd probably say the Scout Trooper. So Clone Wars raised my daughter's favorite character, so I haven't appreciated. Yeah, exactly, and I think that's why, right? Because that's my middle daughter was around maybe what 3 when that movie came out. So that's the one that she really just gravitated towards, and she would dress up like Ray, like for Halloween and stuff. So yeah, I agree with you there. That's part of the reason why. Just any helmet from the Empire. Yeah, like I said, I'd still say the Scout Trooper is my favorite. Second, I really like the Shore Trooper. I love that design just because it's very like I don't know, like World War II ish. So I really like that design. The Shore Trooper, yeah, the Shore Trooper design is really cool. That is definitely another one. But honestly, I like the Tank Trooper more for some reason than the Shore Trooper, even though they're kind of similar. Um, the Tank Trooper, for some reason, just I don't know, just looks just more menacing to me. Do you have any Mandalorian helmets? Yeah, I got some Mandalorian helmets over here. They're made by EFX Collectibles. You got Din up there, which is made by using one of the original molds. We got Bo Katan, which all no, I think Bo Katan was actually digitally scanned. And then the armor, which that one they used an original mold. So yeah, and these are all made by EFX Collectibles. They're really cool ones. And then obviously Boba Fett up there. I mean, he's technically a Mandalorian. Jango Fett, technically, right? But yeah, that's about it as far as Mandos. What else do you guys want to see? What's your favorite scene? Or what scene comes when you think of Star Wars? Honestly, for me, my favorite scene as a kid was the Emperor's throne room scene from Return of the Jedi. That was just I don't know. I just love that scene. But as far as like me playing with my toys, like like the vintage toys, I'd always play like the Sarlacc scene where the pop up lightsaber would pop up and Luke would do its flip and grab it and kind of kill everybody. So that was probably my favorite scene as far as like playing with my toys. But now as an adult, I think the Emperor scene, the throne scene is probably my favorite. Eric Martinez, thank you, man. Appreciate that. I always play the Sarlacc scene too. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of the coolest thing. I'd put a little ruler, like I had a little like nightstand with a little, little drawer, and I'd put a ruler in the in the drawer, and I would like sit Luke on top of it and be like, dun, 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 make him flip and kill all of Jabba's goons. What Jedi lightsaber would you add to the collection next? Ooh, that's a good one. Um, I mean, honestly, like I have a kind of a new appreciation for the prequels. The newest one that's coming in this week is the Obi-Wan episode one saber that's autographed by Ewan McGregor. So that one is coming in. So I'll be doing an unboxing and a review on that. And that was made by EFX Collectibles. That's going to be the latest one that I'm going to add to the collection. Filmfire Studios, any General Grievous? Yeah, I have the General Grievous head from the Disney parks, which is really cool. And it's kind of a shell, right? So it doesn't have the eyes or anything, but like it's just so cool to see. Like it looks like bone, right? Like just so cool. Yeah, so there's that. Let's see. The Bespin fight between Vader and Luke. Oh yeah, that's definitely one of the. I mean, that's a classic, right? What lightsabers do you buy from? EFX Collectibles is currently the one that holds the license for lightsabers. So that's who I've been getting them from. The rest of them are from Master Replicas, but Master Replicas is no longer around. But you can still find them on eBay. Just type in Master Replicas lightsabers. And yeah, they're all. But you got to remember, these are replicas, right? They're not going to be like the FX ones that light up or make noise or anything like that. They're basically, reproductions of the screen use prop, right? Which didn't light up. So you need that General Grievous. Yeah, and you know what? It's crazy because it's hard to find, and a lot of people slept on that, and they had them at the Disney parks for a while, and just people didn't really buy them, and now they discontinued them, and now they're pretty hard to find. What's the coolest thing you have? Ooh, let's see. I mean, I guess the most interesting thing is probably that cannon right there, and that's screen used from Andor season one. If you remember the last scene in Andor where they blow up the tank and it kind of sparks the revolution, right? The rebellion. That cannon was on that tank, so it's screen used in Andor. So there's that. And then I have this other screen used piece from Andor, which is one of the emblems that was on the kind of like the general's door. You can kind of see the picture there. There's that. So those are probably kind of the coolest pieces in my opinion, and just because I also love Andor, it's just kind of cool to own a piece from the show, right? I have another little small piece up there you can kind of see. But yeah, I'm excited to meet Diego Luna at Star Wars Celebration. That's really looking forward to that. Do you have anything from Fallen Order? I bought the lightsaber that came out at the Disney parks, and I did a review. It's in my videos, but I sold that like probably within like a month. Again, I because I don't collect the like the neo pixels or the like the light up ones, so yeah, there's just really no room for that in here. I have the Black Series Boba Fett helmet coming tomorrow. Looking forward to putting it on my wall. That's an awesome helmet. I did a comparison. If you go down into my playlist, I have a video where I compared the Boba Fett helmets, the Black Series one compared to the Master Replicas one and the EFX collectibles one. So it's kind of cool because you get to see all three of the licensed ones together. And the Black Series one, honestly, it just for the price you can't beat it. It's very accurate, it looks great, it's painted well. From afar you would never be able to tell the difference, and instead of spending $1,500 for that helmet, you could spend 150 for the Black Series one. So yeah, that's a good choice. That Black Series one is awesome. What are my thoughts on the Disney sabers? The Disney saber, I mean, they're cool, right? I mean, I don't know. I kind of see them just more as like a toy, right? Because they're made to kind of be played with. You put the lightsaber blade on, and they make noise. They tend to be a little chunky, right, compared to the original ones. So, I mean, they're cool. I don't collect them, but I definitely could appreciate people that do because they look really cool on display. Favorite Star Wars movie? Return of the Jedi is going to be my favorite. Do you also prefer getting Black Series helmets, Captain Rex, or Mandalorian? Like I said, I don't collect the Black Series ones, but I have a series that I do on my channel here, where I compare the Black Series to the high end ones. So I've compared like the Scout Trooper one, and the Black Series one is beautiful. I mean, it's good. I've compared what other ones? Obviously, the Boba Fett helmet. I think I've compared the Mando helmet. Which other one? Clone Trooper helmet I've compared. And like I said, the Black Series, you can't go wrong with them. I mean, for that price point, you cannot go wrong. Where did I get the Han Solo and R2D2? Han Solo was made by a company called Elusive Concepts, and they went into the Lucasfilm archives in the 90s, and they actually made a mold of the original screen used one. So every little like dent, every little crack you see is exactly how the original one is. They even took a mold of the second panel, which is technically this one, um, but then they just replicated six of them. So it's not accurate as far as the sides, but I upgraded a little bit and made the hero panel here. Yeah, they're very clunky. I think I watched your video on the Boba Fett. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a good way to kind of look at the differences and the size differences. And like I said, I mean, I'm never gonna talk bad about something, right? Like the Black Series one is, in my opinion, I mean, just as cool looking as any other ones, right? So, do I have any C3PO stuff? I have a C3PO bust right here. and that's the Sideshow Collectibles life size bust. And here he is. And I also have K3PO, which is the same bust. I just painted it to make it look like K3PO. And then on the very top, I have the C3PO head from episode one. And that's from the Disney parks. But I re-weathered it, and obviously I made it look more realistic. But yeah, there's that. Anakin, just curious what you do for work, full time influencer. No, I wish, man. That'd be awesome if I could be a full time, just doing videos and doing all this stuff. No, that's just my hobby. I'm an attorney. That's my day job. But obviously, I have a huge passion for Star Wars, and yeah, if I could, I would. Trust me. Who's your favorite Star Wars character? It's actually Tarkin. Tarkin's my favorite character right there. Do you get nervous painting and weathering your props? You know what? At first I did, but I think after I built my R2 unit, I think it gave me the confidence to be like, all right, I could do stuff, and yeah, it gets scary. Like I said, like I painted that one, I weathered that one, I painted and weathered that one. I painted and weathered that guy right there, you know. So I got decently good at them. So I'm proud of proud of my weathering techniques. And I weather stuff like this one's from the Disney parks, and I also weathered it. The map from Ahsoka I made and weathered it and painted it. So like I said, I've gotten decently good at it. So um, you should sell it, then you make a business. Yeah, yeah. But like I said, I'm a collector, so like it's hard for me to sell it, especially like a lot of times in order to make it a business, you have to like flip them for like higher prices, and it's I don't know. For me, it's hard just because like I said, most of the time it's other collectors that are buying it, so I don't want to flip it on them for that crazy amount. What's your favorite Star Wars lore? Ooh, um, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Let me think about that. Um, but cool. Anything else you guys want to see? I'm about to hit the hour mark, so I'm probably gonna jump off in a couple minutes. But if you guys want to see anything, or any last questions, I'll be happy to do so. Like I said, I'm gonna try to jump on here more often, doing lives. Um, just like I said, vertically here, just to switch over. Like I said, I'm on TikTok, and obviously with the whole drama with TikTok recently, I'm like, I I I don't really want to go on there and do lives anymore. And even though the lives over there, it's cool because I have a lot of followers over there, and so my lives generally, I'll have like 1,000 people watching, but they're not collectors and they don't really appreciate the Star Wars stuff. Like some do, I'm not gonna say all of them, but the majority of them are just kind of just watching the live just to watch. I like chatting with you guys here on YouTube because you guys appreciate a lot of this stuff, and most of the time you guys are kind of like real Star Wars fans, and you know kind of ask cool questions. All right, Filmfire Studios, have a great night. Yeah, I appreciate you jumping on and asking questions. If you do more lives here, I'll watch them all. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing more lives on here. Have you ever designed your own lightsaber? I actually haven't. I haven't even done that at the Disney parks, which is crazy because we go to the Disney like twice a month, and I still haven't done that. As a collector myself, too, are you also worried about lifesaver getting chipped or scuffing? Yeah, I definitely. I don't like touching them. Like I don't like bringing them out because they deteriorate. Like the oils on your hands just by touching them could mess things up. So I kind of just like to leave them alone. I don't even the helmets, right? A lot of people are like, "Oh, try one on, put one on." I'm like, "No," because after I touch it and all my fingerprints get on there, it could mess up the paint. So yeah, I kind of just like to leave them alone, right? And I can do you know somewhere I can get a Wicket made, but screen accurate? Regal Robot does, they can make one for you. It's not gonna be cheap, but Regal Robot, I've seen them make some, and they're screen accurate. Raven's Shadow, thank you, man. Appreciate it. William Spina, Luke, I'm your father. What's the most expensive thing you have? What's your favorite helmet? All right, I'll answer those two and I'm gonna jump off. The most expensive thing I have, like retail that I've purchased, is probably those the chess set by Regal Robot. That was $5,000 retail. So that's probably the most expensive thing, like like the most I've paid for like one thing retail. I've paid more for certain other things, but like not retail, right? Aftermarket. My favorite helmet, probably that Vader helmet right there. That's the EFX Legend. That's probably my favorite. Do you have any X-Wing pilot helmets? I do, and on my next live, I'll show you guys some right there. Carlos never seen a collection. Gracias, gracias. Um, that's actually awesome. Thank you, man. All right, yeah, I'm gonna head off too, and just jump off. Hey, Scotty, how you doing, man? Good to see you on here. Yeah, yeah, no worries. You guys have a great night, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys.